See, I think that's all in executive session. Next is the discussion agenda. Is this?
And Mr. Harris would like to bring to you some proposed revisions in Board Policy JFBA on intra-district transfer and withdrawal. Mr. Harris.
Thank you, Dr. Heffernan, and members of the board, Madam Chair. Let me first begin by saying, or reiterating perhaps, how successful a launch we had on last year with our Magnet Schools online application process and implementation of Magnet Schools. We are, as the days and the weeks continue to go by, we are moving very quickly to the launch of what we believe another very successful year of that. And there is an active advisory committee that continues to work behind the scenes to make sure that it is in fact, a very successful launch. Part of what we've tried to do since the last application period is we've kind of reviewed what things have gone well and what things that we can do a little bit better and make it even more seamless and a lot smoother for the coming year. And one of the things that we've determined is that in terms of our policy, we wanted to make sure, or perhaps even ensure, that all of our schools, our magnet schools, have an opportunity to retain all of the students who are there in such a way that they would not have to continue to apply for placement in those magnet schools on an annual basis. Very similar to, or different from, rather, than what we do on our school of choice plan, which is an annual application. A school such as an H.E. Corley, interestingly, would benefit from the opportunity to retain these students who opt to participate in the leadership program here at H.E. Corley. So what you find in JFBA, intra-district transfer and withdrawal, is some language highlighted in blue that gives us an opportunity to do just that. Allow schools and magnet schools an opportunity to benefit by maintaining those students, and that also clarifying the language that if in fact a student does enroll into a magnet school, that they are there through the highest grade level, different and apart or separate and apart from that of a school of choice option, which we have continued to do on an annual basis. That's the recommendation that we have on tonight.
Board members have any questions? Mr. Turner.
Mr. Harris, not so much about that, but I did want to ask about the first sentence in there says that they will attend. So my question was about the McKinney-Vento children. Does our policy address that somewhere in light of what this says they will, but a McKinney-Vento would be an exception? So have we covered that somewhere else in our policy about the McKinney-Vento children?
Absolutely. There is a separate policy that speaks specifically to that in great detail, I might add. I don't remember the call numbers off the top of my head, but there is something that speaks to that and that enrollment, absolutely.
Thank you.
Any other questions? This is on the discussion agenda and will be on the action agenda at our next meeting. So if you have any questions, in the meantime, I'm sure that Mr. Harris will be more than happy to answer those. That is the end of our meeting, and I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Ms. Bumgardner?
Madam Chair, I move that we adjourn.
Ms. Lovelace, you second? Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please raise your hands. All opposed, that passes 5-0. Thank you very much for being here. Have a safe trip home.